This is what I refer to as the spindly leg tower. I'm going to remove the guard shack from over here. And as you can see, this is the conveyor there that comes up. And then it makes a 90-degree turn. And empties the coal into the bunker coal crusher. And now the next thing I want to find out is how tall is this going to be with this ruler right here. And I'm just going to set that up there and hopefully I'll be able to read it. Let's see what that is. Let's set it there again. Okay, so that's 9 inches. And right there, that'll be 9 inches. That's about right. So since this is 1/8 inch scale, that'll be 72 feet. Okay, you can actually use any container for a spindly leg tower, at least the structure part of it. And so I'm going to grab this off from here. Let's see what that is. Isn't that amazing? It's 2 flasher units for a turn signal. But I need the box. So here we have the basic components. This will actually fit up like that. This will fit up like this. Now these here are going to be the tower legs, and I ripped those out of a 2x6. I ran out of money for 1/4 inch dowel rods, so why not try to make my own? So now we said it was 9 inches, and this is 3 3/4 inches right to there. So we're going to have to add that to the 9 inches, which means it's actually 12 3/4. I'm thinking, sorry about the delay, I'm thinking what I'm doing. Yes, 12 3/4. So you gotta, that's what you gotta make these struts for. Okay, now you can see right here I've marked it to 12 3/4 inches, and so that will fit inside the box. Now it's important that you make both of all of your legs even, so that it won't be squeal-hauled when you put it on a layout. So the best way to do that is to line up one piece that's cut and then mark that and cut it to the same length. And if you use a back saw like this or a miter gauge, you can get a 90-degree clean cut, or at least you should. Now you notice we have 2 of the legs that are the same length, are probably within 2 or 3 millimeters of each, and that's not going to matter that much because you can always trim and sand it to get it level. Now, I don't believe that this will work because it's short. But don't worry about that. You can use that for something else. Never throw away your material. Comes in handy for something else. Okay, now you see all 4 girders that will support it. And if you have a defect such as that, let me point it out to you, like right there, you can always put that up inside the structure and that'll hide it. Okay? We're going to take this box here. This is for a air control on a house water pump. You get my big fat hands out of there, as you can see. Okay, that works about pretty good. So this part here is the part you want going up to the top, and this part down here we are going to trim away. We're going to use this paper cutter right here to get a nice edge. And this will be open at the bottom. It can be, because everybody's going to be looking at it from the top and from the side. I doubt very much whether somebody will stick their head underneath there and look and see that. So you can take a little shortcut there. And the way to do this, you got to unfold the carton, and then you can stick that underneath the cutter. Since it came from the factory this way, actually it didn't come from the factory that way, you should have a straight edge right along here. So it shouldn't be crooked, hopefully. Now the cutting wheel is right along here. So you line up the fold, that was these leaves here, even with this track, and then the cutting wheel will come down, and it should cut this off real even. And there you see it did just that. So now you can see the box is square. And you could put some masking tape over the top of that, so it won't look so much like a box, and I'll do that. This is the old-fashioned masking tape, and you got to ask yourself, what is it you wish to cover up? So it's this gap here. So I'm just going to take some masking tape and move it across this way. And there you see I put one piece of masking tape right over the top here, and I'll put another one on there. You can see where it goes over there, and you can also smooth out your wrinkles in there while you're doing it. But you know, it's roofing up on top of there. Who cares, right? It's an industrial building. It's not the Holiday Inn. Now that's covered up. And make sure your scissors are nice and sharp, or else you're going to have a problem, because the tape will stick to the edge here, and then I don't know, you might say things and have to talk to Jesus after you get done. But anyway, we're going to now you can either leave this like this, or you can try to put a piece of tape all the way around, and that's what I'm going to attempt to do. There it is, all covered up, and while the tape is settling, sorry about that, I think about what I'm going to say before I aim the camera, and I tend to pan too fast. I'm sorry if I did, but you can just smooth these down on here, okay? Now, here's what will happen here. You take this, you put some glue on here, and you stick that in there. You take one of these, and you stick it in there like that. And then you simply wait. The glue I'm going to use, you apply the glue, and you wait 10 minutes, and then you stick it together, and it says you have one chance and one chance only to get it on there. It's not an epoxy. Epoxy is too much work, and I want something that'll hold it steady and secure by itself. And epoxy won't do that unless you're on a flat surface, and that's a big pain in the, as they say in Portuguese, or traseiro, or a pain in the buttocks. So I'm going to do that. That is, glue these on here, and then we'll come back another time and glue the other one.